I never thought I'd be the kind of man telling this story. I always believed betrayal was something that happened to other people, not me. But one Saturday afternoon, my entire life flipped upside down. I came home early from a construction site, holding a bouquet of white lilies, my wife Jessica's favorite. I walked up the driveway, already smiling, already imagining the look on her face. But then I saw it. A black truck. Not just any truck, Mark's truck. My best friend since high school. My stomach twisted, but I told myself not to overthink. Maybe he stopped by to borrow tools. Maybe he was helping Jessica with something. I stepped inside quietly, flower still in hand. The house was silent, too silent. And then I heard it, a laugh. A laugh that didn't belong to me. I followed the sound, each step heavier than the last. And when I reached my bedroom door, slightly open, I saw the truth that broke me. Jessica and Mark, together, in my bed. I didn't scream. I didn't storm in. I just stood there, frozen, the flowers shaking in my hand. And then, without saying a word, I walked out. Because in that moment, rage wasn't what I felt. It was clarity. That night, Jessica kissed me like nothing was wrong. She smiled, asked about my day, and tucked herself into bed beside me. But I was already planning how to end this in a way neither of them would see coming. The next morning, I left early, told her I had a long day at work. But instead of heading to a site, I drove straight to my lawyer. Years ago, I had put my assets, my house, my savings, my company, under my name alone, locked with clauses in case of infidelity. At the time, it felt unnecessary. That morning, it felt like divine foresight. I set up cameras. I tracked Mark's truck. I saved every message Jessica thought she deleted. For weeks, I collected proof. And when I was ready, I invited both families over, her parents, his parents, even a few mutual friends. Everyone gathered in the living room confused. I dimmed the lights, turned on the big screen, and pressed play. The footage filled the room. Jessica's laughter. Mark's voice. The betrayal plain as day. Gasps echoed around me. Her father buried his face in his hands. Mark's mother broke down in tears. And Jessica just sat there, pale, trembling. When the video ended, I stood up. This is the woman I married. This is the man I trusted. Today they both stop existing in my life. Divorce papers were served that night. With all the evidence, the court gave me full custody of the kids, the house, the assets. Jessica lost everything. Mark's wife, yes, he had a wife too, filed for divorce as well, taking half his world with her. But I didn't stop there. Mark had been trying to start his own construction business, and his investors were all contacts he got through me. So I called each one personally. I told them who Mark really was, sent them the proof, and one by one they walked away. His dream business collapsed before it could even start. Jessica ended up in a tiny apartment. Mark started pulling night shifts just to keep food on the table. And me? I stayed in my house with my kids, stronger than ever. Months later, Jessica knocked on my door. Her eyes were swollen, her voice shaky. I made a mistake. Can we talk? I looked her dead in the eye. You didn't make a mistake. You made a choice, and choices have consequences. Then I closed the door. That was the last time I saw her. Here's what I learned. Revenge doesn't always need screaming. Sometimes it just needs patience. They thought they broke me, but all they did was give me power. I didn't just survive. I built something stronger out of the ruins. And if you think this is the end, it's not. Because once you betray me, you don't just lose my trust. You lose your place in my world forever. If my story struck a chord with you, hit that subscribe button. More stories of betrayal, survival, and ultimate comebacks are on the way. Don't just watch. Stay until the end. Stay sharp. Stay legendary.